afraid of snakes? Anybody? How many are afraid to fly? Maybe a little bit. We know Bill's a pilot, so he's off the hook. Okay. Lastly, how many are afraid of public speaking? There it is. It's routinely been said that public speaking is a fear most of us share. Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toasties, my speech tonight is to persuade you to want to give speeches and to want to stay in Toastmasters. Just thinking about having to give a speech. When I first started in Toastmasters, I would say I was sick. I would purposely not attend 2 to 3 meetings on purpose, not because I had work, didn't want to have to speak publicly and stand there and feel exposed and as if I was being judged. And the fear just perpetuated until I joined Toastmasters, which I think all of us have reasons for joining. But my goal tonight is to persuade you to stay in Toastmasters. There are different ways to do that and make sure that you are a full participant in Toastmasters. Did you know that every single time you practice, every time you give a speech, every time you're the timer and you stand up and give a timer's report or a general evaluator report, you learn something about yourself every time you speak? That is an incredible reason to stay in Toastmasters. You can find out more about yourself and how you speak and what's missing, what you can learn or add. There's a story that I always tell, and I'm going to tell it again tonight. Toastmasters has helped me understand what public speaking is. I've learned at Toastmasters the different skills that I'm still working on, different skills that I need to learn or add to my current skill set. And Toastmasters has taught me to embrace the fear, that it's okay to feel awkward when you start giving speeches. All of us are here because, I don't know, maybe some of you are paid to give speeches, but we're all here because we don't travel the world speaking globally, and practicing speeches and participating in roles is something we're trying to better ourselves. What a great reason to do something. When I first started in Toastmasters, we met at Jan's Pizza in Westfield, Indiana. The meeting room, just to design it for you, was a long table like this, and this podium was at the end. It was a small club at the time, so just a few people were sitting at the table. When I walked in the first time, I went straight to Nancy Vesley, who's a member of this Westfield Toastmasters. And I told her, I said, I don't want to speak, don't want to be acknowledged really, I just want to sit and observe. She said, absolutely. I wouldn't even sit at the table. I want you to understand the perpetuating fear that I had. It wasn't mild, it was intense. So I would sit against the wall in a chair and watch and observe a Toastmaster meeting. I did this for 2 months. Look at me now. No, after 2 months, I finally got the courage to sit at the table, and I introduced myself. The first time I ever introduced myself at a Toastmaster meeting, I grabbed my shirt. I remember it went just like this. My name at the time was Farias. So I said, hello, my name is Rafaela Farias, thank you. And I sat right back down. What did I do? How was I able to ever give a speech? It started with this, positive thinking. It was nebulous at first. What am I going to do? It's nebulous. I don't know how to do this. Positive thinking was first, but then you have to do something. What do you do? Well, you can start by fighting to sign up for roles. I remember having to wait 2 months to sign up to be a Toastmaster because everybody had already signed up. And I thought, and this is for me, I wanted to be in the table topics because I wanted to practice the impromptu because that kept happening at my job. Rafaela, we've got 3 minutes left in the meeting. How about you give us the update? And I wasn't a part of the original agenda. But there I was having to give a 3-minute speech on how our projects were going. That Toastmasters has helped me a lot with presenting at work, presenting in other clubs that I'm in. Now the networking piece that was fun. When I went to those meetings, after the meeting, I got to meet Tim Johnson and Maggie Patricus and Nancy Vesley and some of these wonderful Toastmaster members. And I always wanted to talk to Nancy about her pets and just love being there, but not really in love with giving a speech. The three things that you're gonna take away tonight that's going to make you get to the next level. Number one is prepare. His name is Wayne Burgraff, 18th century American philosopher, said, for every 1 minute you have to give a speech, you should prepare for an hour. It's a good measure. 5-minute speech, 5 hours should be attributed to the preparation. That's number one. Number two is prepare. This time, say your speech out loud. Look in the mirror. Give your speech. Say it over and over. Say it going down the stairs. Say it on the way to work. Pay attention. But say it when you're driving. The third thing is to prepare. But this time, videotape yourself. In conclusion, I want to persuade you to stay in Toastmasters because every time you speak, you're going to learn something about yourself. You have an opportunity as a timer, general evaluator, any evaluator, to prepare, prepare, and prepare. And that's the only way I found to get rid of the fear. Mr. Toastmaster?